Welcome to MMPlays, our podcast where we design, play, and discuss a game and campaign. Along the way, we will alternate episodes between actual play adventures and the analysis and discussion of games and design theories that relate to the campaign we're playing. For this campaign, we'll be using the mechanics of CotS Prime, designed by Cam Banks. We randomly selected a theme and ended up with swashbuckling high school urban fantasy. So join MMPlays as we explore and enjoy a new campaign.
I'm Chris Nizak, and I'll be playing Silas Flamesworth, son of the Flamesworth family with a frozen and fiery intertwined soul.
I'm Old Man Logan. I'm playing Henrik Gunny Gunderson, son of the enigmatic Winter Wind and rookie elemental mage.
My name is Jerry, and I'm playing Santiago Zircon. He is the rebellious and reluctant scion of a powerful magic family.
I'm Phil Vecchione, and I will be your GM.
Your ritual has allowed Kazafel to magically convey to the air elementals what you're looking for. They're on the prowl.
They're on the prowl, and now we wait.
We are going to go, we just need a private place to sit and talk, probably someplace with computers.
Yeah, you don't have to be on campus. Like, you guys have permission. You're on a special project. So
You know what? We'll go back to my place.
Okay.
Because I've got that double rig set up in my room.
Archie's like, hey, this is nice.
Thanks. Here's our thought. We've got a couple things going on right now. We're trying to track down where they're going to do this ritual.
Yeah.
So we've got a combination of, we know that they're using prosperity magic.
Sure.
And we also know that they've been tapping into the Call of Violence.
Yep.
We know that they're using blood magic or blood money.
Yeah.
So what we want to do is try to get back into Call of Violence, try to track where they might be, because they're using this as their way to communicate, and they're using the blood money from Call of Violence. So they still have to be part of Call of Violence to do this thing. We just got to find the right part of it, because they're using the blood money as their currency. It's their crypto.
I mean, it's an in-game currency.
Mm-hmm.
They've been buying a bunch of it. So it's probably sitting on a server somewhere, but that server farm could literally be anywhere. You think the ritual's on the server farm?
I think that the information on the ritual is going to be on the server farm.
Oh.
I think that we need to find what's there, follow the money, find the information.
I got you. So we're going to magically hack Call of Violence servers to see if we can't glean some stuff about, specifically for Buffalo, right? You want to glean some stuff for how the blood money stuff might be tied to somewhere in Buffalo.
And we're going to do that by getting in and playing the game to give us an access in there. We have to log in. I'll create a fake load, get in and play, challenge some people, make a fake ID.
And then I can start doing some magic and trying to glean what we can while the game's running.
Yep.
All right, I'm in. Let's do this.
All right.
Archie is a D8 asset. He comes for free. Go ahead and you're going to make the roll. Archie's going to cast some spells while you are playing, because if you had just tried to bulk hack this, it would have been a lot harder. But if you're playing inside the game and he's just going to kind of try to sneak deeper into the code while it's playing, like, that's cool. So put some blood money in your account and go buy some DLC. And while you're doing that, I will plumb the system to kind of see see what I can find.
I'll let Robbie and Bo also jump in on this and play. So we go in as a guild, basically.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to take a D4 on my distinction, not just a huge dumb guy, so I can get an extra plot point.
Sure.
This is probably going to be school because it's fairly normal. I'm going to bring Bo on board. Not sure which role this would be for playing Call of Violence. Would that be jock or emo or performer?
I think jock.
It's jock. It's hand-eye coordination.
Yeah, it's hand-eye coordination.
Okay, then. All right, so what I have is I have 2 D8s, a D10, and a D4.
This difficulty is a D8.
Okay.
There is a D8 for security on the server.
Okay.
That is a 14. He nailed that 12.
I got no ones, and I can do I need an aspect die? Or
No, you want heroic successes in this case.
I got heroic success without tough. I can do 19 with just 2 dice.
Yeah.
I got a 12 and a 7, and then a whole bunch of other dice, but no ones.
All right, so you get 2 successes and no time on the clock.
Nice.
All right.
Good roll.
Before, when Jerry said aspect die, what he meant was effect die.
Very nice. Let me mark your 2 successes for location. So Archie's plumbing the system. As you guys are playing, he's like, okay, look, what I'm getting is not like any kind of like text file with locations or addresses or anything like that. But the connections that are coming into the server, they are super low latency connections. They're the kind of connections that banks and stockbrokers use, so that they don't miss transactions and stuff like that. So he's like, the Buffalo connection is tied to something financial. That's a partial clue. 2 more successes can actually square that away with an actual physical location. Silas, you and Mesme drive up to UB.
Mm-hmm.
Alyssa remembers you, like, as soon as you call her, she's like, oh, of course. Absolutely. Like, please come up. I'll get you a parking pass. She meets you outside of the library. She hands you a parking pass so that you can park your car without getting a ticket.
It's great to see you again, Alyssa.
She's like, it is so nice to see you. And again, thank you so much for everything that you did for Ike.
Of course. This is Mesme.
Oh, pleasure to meet you. You seem vaguely familiar.
She is the daughter of Urlis Vertappen.
She clearly recognizes Mesme, right? So she just clearly like, oh, well, it is a pleasure to meet you.
It's a pleasure to meet you as well.
So come on in. Let me take you to special collections. Actually, let me take you to special collections.
Sounds good.
It's just tucked back here in the library. Tell me what I can do to help.
I'm going to tell you some things that I probably shouldn't, but you need to know so that you can understand what we're looking for.
Okay.
There's nobody around, right?
Oh, no. Nobody comes to special collections.
I'm pretty sure your dad trusts you to know who to talk to and who not to.
Yeah.
You're good at that.
Thanks. There's a prosperity cult that's about to summon a prosperity elemental.
Oh, goodness.
In potentially 4 days, we're trying to figure out how they might go about doing that so that we can understand the workings of how an elemental is created.
And so you thought to rush to the library to discover this?
Well, you probably have a bunch of books about what happened with the internet and electricity.
You are one of the bright ones. You are 100% correct. We do actually have an incredible collection of magical publications, especially around the formation of the electrical elemental, since it happened right here in Buffalo. You know that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then your junior guardian's history class is going well. Well, there's a bunch to learn, and, well, you couldn't have picked a better place to do it.
Well, we figured with your eye for knowledge, you'd be very useful to help us.
Did you just make a little joke?
Maybe.
She blinks at you. You, of course, can see her as a Cyclops, right?
Mesme gives you a friendly, like elbow in the ribs. Not too hard, just kind of a...
Well, if you don't mind a little reading and a little learning, I am a bit of an expert on this subject. Let me go and pull a bunch of texts, and let's sit down and start taking a look. If studying what was done in the past can inform you on what could possibly happen, then absolutely, let's get to work.
Let's get to work.
Okay, so this is actually a D8 asset. You've earned this asset previously.
We gained this asset from Like a Rolling Stone. That's where we helped Ike meet his elemental ending, helped him pass on.
So give yourself that die. And Alyssa, as any good skilled librarian, Alyssa immediately dives into the stacks and starts grabbing all sorts of books, all sorts of magical literature.
So there is a montage of me and Mesame. It's really just a montage of the table, if you've ever seen that like still shot, and then it's just a time lapse of like fade in and fades out of us sitting at the table looking at books, people going to different places, coffee cups being put on the table, food being ordered in.
There's a book on like your head at one point.
Yep.
This difficulty is also a D8. Its distinction that is on this is forbidden magics. This is not a heavily researched topic. One does not leave information on how to make bombs out in the open, and this is the magical equivalent.
True facts. All right, this is what I got. I have a D8 for Alyssa.
Yes.
I have a D10 because this is definitely geek.
Yes.
I have a D8 for mage because this is not normal magic.
Sure.
I have a D10 for Mesame.
Yep.
I have a D8 for learned instead of being talentless, but I'm going to turn that down to a D4 because this is outside of my normal...
to pick up some tokens.
My normal learning.
Yes.
As we are trying to figure out the mechanics of what they might be doing.
Yes.
And how to potentially counter it at some point.
Yep.
Go ahead, roll.
I have a 13.
I have a 14, but I did roll 2 1s.
Okay.
You know what? I'm going to spend this plot point
Sure.
to add this 10, which is a 5 on the die, which gets it to a heroic success because I don't want to waste the time.
Yeah. I will give you 2 successes and no time passed.
I assume you're putting a DA complication on the situation.
Yes. Which is, for you, fatigue.
I have fatigue. I'm okay with that. I'm going to put it on my character sheet.
Yep.
D8 fatigue.
D8 fatigue.
Fatigue.
This is an all-nighter. It's way into the morning. I will tell you the first half. You are actually pretty close. You actually only need 1 more success. We'll actually reveal everything, but I'll tell you a little bit of history. We'll start with that.
That sounds like fun.
So, in researching the electrical elemental summoning and the internet elemental summoning, you learn that the first thing that needs to happen is there needs to be an immense magical act, like a ritual of sorts, like an immense ritual for that specific concept. Like it has to be specific to that concept because these are conceptual magic. So for the electro mages back at the World's Fair, it was the lighting of the electric tower that night. Because remember, this was the early 1900s. That many lights in one place was just not even conceived of. And so the mages snuck into the electric tower and cast the ritual while it was being lit that night. So that is the first thing that needs to happen. Now, in the case of the internet, the mages that summoned the internet released a virus. So one of those early runs through a bajillion computer virus, but doesn't really do very much of anything. They released a virus like that spread through that early internet in the early 90s, just tearing through, one system after another, replicating itself and spitting itself off into other systems. That's the first part of what you learn is that
We need an intense prosperity event to occur.
correct.
At least that's what they need.
Yes, an intense prosperity event, which from the back rooms, before the speech was finished, everybody was told to start hoarding, using their gift card rituals to start hoarding blood money, specifically blood money.
Yep.
There's potentially a lot, like an obscene amount of blood money, in Call of Violence right now.
Makes sense.
Okay. But that's not the ritual.
No.
No.
Also, that's not an event. That's just a bunch of stuff together.
That may be the gas.
Sure.
That's what Alyssa says.
It's like they set up the light tower to light it up. They got the virus together and had a plan to release it to hundreds of thousands of people.
Right.
So they have all this blood money. They're going to do something with it concerning this video game.
Yeah.
And did T text me through the Action Squad chat
Action Squad, go!
that there's some sort of financial institution involved in the situation?
Tap, 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 ding. According to our research, it looks like there's going to be some sort of financial situation or some sort of financial hub that'll be part of the anchor for this entire thing.
Now, the question is what is this financial anchor or hub? And it's probably in Buffalo somewhere because I don't know that that the internet's going to be cool with prosperity elemental being manifested via the internet too. That's a question that I asked Avna.
Let me make a clarification. What Archie saw was, he said, the Buffalo connection. There are other connections coming into the system from other locations. And they are also financial based.
Is it all coming to Buffalo or is it going out somewhere else?
Not exactly sure yet.
Archie doesn't know?
They're all going into the Call of Violence servers. Like specific peer-to-peer connections have been set up from...
No, we don't know the location yet.
Correct.
It's going to be bad if the location's somewhere other than our town.
No, there's one in Buffalo. So, all right, let me try to do this from a networking perspective.
No, here, let me put it this way. This is what Silas is thinking. If Buffalo is one of multiple locations, that does not mean that Buffalo has to be the central hub.
Correct.
Which is why I said, if Buffalo is not the central hub, we're in a lot of trouble.
Correct.
Tap, 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 tap. But if Buffalo's not the central hub and we have to go somewhere else, we have the back rooms to get there quickly.
Supposedly, do you know how to navigate the back rooms?
Well, we can figure that part out, or there might be somebody else who can help us with it.
Man, I hope that the old people are actually doing something.
Remember, we're not doing this by ourselves. We're leading the research, but we do have backup on this one. Tap, 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 tap.
Let me just say that the Veil is not sitting this one out.
I know.
On Tuesday evening, you get a call from Victor.
Yeah.
If you would like to visit your dad, he's available.
Yeah. Definitely.
Come down to the Veil headquarters. He's going to be here for a while, but you're welcome to come down and spend some time with him.
Oh, Victor, I'm sorry, Mr. Flameworth.
It's okay, son.
Can we finagle something with the Junior Guardians for later nights?
With their parents?
Yeah, my mom is a little concerned about school. I came home late last night and,
I'll talk to Ms. Cortez. I'm sure she can make a call to the parents who need calls.
That would be fabulous. Thank you.
When you get here, just come down to the Veil headquarters. Just tell them your name. They'll bring you up to see me, and I'll take you over to see your dad.
Awesome. Thanks.
Okay. Let me say this. This scene will cost 1 beat, but it will yield 2 free assets for you guys.
Okay.
You head down, just like Victor said. You're taken straight up to Victor's office. Victor says, so your dad's recovering. He's doing well. Physically, he's still a little weak. His mana's still on the low side. We have treated him with everything that needs to be treated. He needs just some time now to recover. Before I let you in there, where are you mentally?
Really?
Yes, your father is pretty weak.
I'm all over the board, sir. we're trying to stop a friggin' apocalypse.
I need you not to stress him out.
I'm gonna try.
Okay. I'm going to trust you, and I'm going to tell you that your dad is still pretty weak, and there's still more information and things I need to talk to him about. So you can't push him over the edge on anything. If you are upset about stuff that's happened, if you are upset about all the things that have occurred, you can come and yell at me about it after you've talked to him. I'm an equal party in just about everything that he's going to tell you.
I think we're going to be fine. Upset is not the word that I would use.
All right. Take a deep breath. Do you want a water?
Yes.
Gets the water from his like little fridge, hands it to you. He's like, come on, let's go see your dad.
All right.
Jurgen, so he looks better. He shaved.
Yeah, they've cleaned him up.
He still looks a little on the thin side. He's got sweatpants and a t-shirt on and a blanket over him, but he's sitting in a chair. He's got some food next to him. Oh, Henrik, come on in. Do you want a part of my sandwich?
Yeah, maybe. I'd drink some of this water. I look back at Victor.
Victor nods and closes the door. Grab a seat.
Before I grab a seat, I just walk over, slow pace, just walk over, grab him in a big hug, and bawl my eyes out.
He holds on to you, but not very tightly. You can tell he wants to. He's still weak. Hey, it's okay. It wasn't supposed to be like any of this.
Oh, I get it.
Grab a chair. Let me explain. How do you want to start this? Are you mad? I know you're confused.
I don't know if I can be mad anymore. I was mad at first when I found out that you were alive.
I mean, how long have you known?
It's been a kind of a trip.
Victor explained what happened at his house. Not exactly the shining light of hope and justice side of the veil.
It was quite the shock when Kazafel dropped out of the sky and handed me that axe. And
who's Kazafel?
Wow, you must have subconsciously just picked him. Kazafel's an angel.
No, that would make sense. I was calling out to the element of air.
Kazafel's an angel, and his area of...
Yeah, his prowl.
Yeah, prowl is good for him.
Yeah.
That's accurate. Is in the falls area.
Oh, he must have loved getting...
He was a little miffed.
I should probably meet this guy at some point.
Yeah, we can definitely arrange that. In one respect, he's cool with it. After all, we're family.
Air is air.
Air is air. But you got a hold of Kazafel, and Kazafel brought the axe, and all of a sudden, this whole world opens up to me, and I'm like, what is even going on?
I didn't have a lot of essence to cast to get Victor's attention, and I was pretty sure something really heavy-handed, like my weapon showing up and disrupting the glamour on you, would get his attention.
Oh, it did.
Yeah, so you're magical, by the way.
Yeah, surprise.
Sorry about that.
Here's the one thing that's really been eating me since I found out.
Yeah.
Why dead? When you decided you needed to go undercover, however that all worked out, we can go over that at some point, but why dead and not gone away for something?
I guess I got to start somewhere. I discovered my magic when I was a teenager. Picked it up doing card tricks. By my 20s, I was using my magic for petty thefts and then less petty thefts, which is when I started running into prosperity mages. Wound up just doing a few jobs for them because prosperity mages pay pretty well. Helped with a few casino cons and once fixed a yacht race.
I mean, honestly, when you think about it, prosperity magic is pretty friggin' easy, but...
Yeah, it's easy and very tempting. Anyway, I did a bunch of jobs for prosperity mages for a while. Had a pretty good gig running until I ran into a couple of prosperity mages that wanted to do like this big insurance scam by having a storm wipe out a chunk of South Buffalo, like abandoned houses, things like that. I got pretty spooked by it. They wanted me to like cast this like real monstrous storm so that a whole bunch of houses would get destroyed and these guys would like, rake in a whole bunch of money on the insurance. I couldn't back out of it. These guys were kind of scary, so I turned myself in to the Veil.
Wow. Okay, bold move.
That's when I met Victor, but they still had me cast the storm as part of a sting operation. Like they used it to set up those prosperity mages.
That sounds like Victor.
You were young. It was 2014, it was November. Honestly, the spell got away from me a little bit. I don't know if you quite remember that storm or not.
I remember it being pretty bad.
GM note, for those of you not from Buffalo, look up Snowvember Storm 2014, or ask Chris about it. That's actually where Victor gave me the nickname the Winter Wind.
Ah, is that how that happened?
It's a bit of a joke, but it was kind of a cool name after a while. After that, I got a pardon, but still needed a gig, so Victor offered me a job as an undercover informant. So I did. I ran in prosperity circles and just tipped the Veil off to up-and-coming prosperity mages, which was easy to kind of stay out of danger because prosperity mages are pretty dumb.
Yeah, mostly, yeah.
They inevitably get caught with casting too much money or something like that. So I was able to do that actually for a while. Like while I was married to your mom, all of that. It was really easy until about 5 years ago. That's when the first of those prosperity dragons, those dragon cult guys, started showing up. And they came up out of New York City and they started making inquiries all around Buffalo. Victor and I talked about it. These guys were way more organized, way more ambitious, and way more ruthless. Victor and I thought it would be good to try to go into kind of a deep undercover to see what I could learn. But we were worried about your mom and you. Your mom's not magical, so she's got no protection if anything was to happen. So the plan was, it sounds terrible every time. Cast a spell to make your mom and you think I passed away. Put a glamour on you to hide your magical self so that it wouldn't crop up until I got back. And the plan was to go undercover, bust these guys, and then come back, take off the ritual, reverse things. You've been part of a mind-altering spell already, so it can be undone, like it was never done kind of thing. It sucked. Neither one of us liked it, but it was a way to guarantee that you and your mom would stay safe in case something went wrong with these guys. Also, Victor did some stuff to me as well.
That makes sense.
Well, some things got blocked off, like memories of you guys and things like that, which are slowly coming back to me.
For as much as they hate to use that memory stuff, it seems like they managed to always find a compelling reason to use it in certain situations.
It's a super powerful magic. And
I mean, I get it.
No,
it's
super problematic. Anyway, clearly not everything went well with that operation.
So mom is definitely non-magical.
No.
So she didn't know anything about any of it.
No, never. Your mom actually thinks that I'm somewhat of a con man and a kind of two-bit thief.
That would kind of explain something she said to me.
You want to share?
She mentioned that there have been times where you guys were going to break up and then you weren't going to break up and then you were going to break up and then you weren't. And I didn't want to get into it at the moment.
Yeah, well, I wasn't always the easiest on your mom. And this job often required me to disappear for periods of time and show back up and all of those things. So
be late coming home on a school night or
disappear for a week.
Not be able to run the store for her when I'm supposed to, or yeah.
You're getting a feel for it.
Yeah, it sucks.
Exactly. So your mom kept me at arm's length. We weren't a tight, cozy family like the Flamesworths or anything like that.
I don't know if cozy is a word that I'd use for them. Definitely family. And they are.
Really?
Yeah. But
you wouldn't be able to tell that from the way Victor talks about it.
Victor, I've learned some things about Victor from
Mr. Flamesworth.
Sorry. I have learned some things about him from dealing with him during all of this and watching him interact with his son. And there's some stuff there. It's not as cold and clinical and Veil. as you would think it is.
Trust me, nobody wants to have the job that Victor has. And then sometimes neither does Victor.
I kind of got that idea.
Here's the thing your mom doesn't know. The plan was always after this undercover gig.
Yeah, to come back.
Not just come back. Getting out of undercover work.
Or you're going to give it up.
Desk job here at the Vale. So that I could be around. So that I didn't have to be a 2-bit con man, like could go, quote, legit.
Here's the other thing that's been bothering me. Sure, you altered our memories so that we thought you died.
Yeah.
But it's got to go beyond that. It can't just be us or our people around town thinking, oh yeah, there's the crazy woman who runs the convenience store who thinks her husband died when, he's like really like he ran off or something or.
I mean, say what you will, but like I wasn't around.
No, but was there a funeral?
No, there was an obituary in the Buffalo
Okay,
News.
so at least that part.
Yeah, people just think they missed the funeral or whatever.
Or she didn't bother having one.
These things are easier to set up than you think, unfortunately. It takes a little bit of actual tradecraft plus a spell here and there, and you can fake those things pretty well. The illusion's only got to last for a little bit.
All right.
What have you been doing?
Well, for starters, she ran into Kazafel one day.
The angel?
Yeah, that was not fun.
I mean, she didn't see him as an angel.
No, but
it's an angel.
But it's an angel.
Is the angel dating your mother?
No, but he wanted to.
Of course he wanted to.
And of course, I told him to step off.
Well, good for you. Look at you.
I mean, let's be honest. It's not like he's going to settle down.
No, he's not going to settle down. They're angels.
Yeah. And I don't think she needs, a hit and run.
I mean, I would hope not. But again, I was dead for 5 years, so.
I mean, who knows? Maybe that's exactly what she needs.
Well, okay.
But we're not going to go there.
We're definitely not having this conversation.
That is not what we want to talk about.
No.
But I'm just like,
no.
Okay, so let's see. What have we left out? That's how you got into it. That's why dead. The winter wind was Victor's idea.
It did cause some problems. Shut the throughway down.
So, I mean, this is how it is. I mean, I'm in it.
Well, I mean, you're in it now.
Clearly, the apple doesn't fall too far from the tree because I infiltrated the prosperity cult.
You infiltrated a prosperity cult? Then you needed to conjure some money.
Oh, yeah. Like I said, it's easy. It's stupid. I figured out how all of that stuff works.
You're not doing it right now.
No, not anymore. I made a deal with Mr. Flameworth to take the edge off Mom.
You got to be really careful with that stuff.
I'm trying to be. I tried to because I haven't done one since. But I tried to be careful. But
okay.
I figured, it was there. And it was an opportunity to give Mom a little breather.
Listen to me. It is so tempting. I'm going to help you get over it. I have had to cast my share of these rituals in the past. It's a really tough path.
I can understand how people get addicted to drugs.
You can understand why the Veil sometimes blanks out memories.
Sure.
If you can't kick this habit yourself, the Veil has a way to help you forget that ritual.
I get it.
I thought I was going to have to talk to you about condoms and drinking and driving, but now I have to talk to you about prosperity rituals, and that's scaring the hell out of me. But I get it. Like I said, I've done my share of prosperity rituals to get in with these people. Just be careful. Avoid it.
Yeah, right now I have no plans to go back into it.
It's not how you wind up casting it.
Yeah, I get that, yeah. Of course, Mom didn't want to use it for the store. She's like, oh, great, we're going to put this towards your college fund. And I'm like, no.
I don't know how you didn't see that coming.
The whole point was to help her out with the store, but no.
So you went to the back rooms. You met Jordan then?
Yeah.
That prick.
Yeah.
Did you ever meet Paula?
Yep.
Jesus.
Yeah.
It's a good thing they didn't find out you were my kid. Those two are seriously bad people.
They are bad news. They are absolutely bad news.
There have been a bunch of dragons that have come up from New York City and come and gone, but those two are the two that set everything up here.
Well, we've got teams of junior guardians working different angles to try and figure out what we can figure out before this thing goes off. My part was I got Kaz to help us with a ritual to have the air elementals help us search for Gabby and Jesse, who were part of the cult they were in the junior guardians with us.
Recruited by Paula and Jordan?
Yeah. And they've gone underground.
they're going to lay low until the awakening.
But we've got air elementals looking for them because guess what? They got to breathe.
They've probably got magical protections from Paula.
Probably.
They're going to do a decent job of staying hidden.
But we got that. We got another team that's looking for the servers with the blood money on them to see if that angle can point us in the direction of maybe where the ritual is going to take place.
I know from Paula that she was scouting real estate downtown. That's an asset. D8. Paula was looking for real estate downtown. That goes to T's search.
And then we've got another team that's doing research at the library into what happened with the electrical elemental and the internet elemental when they got formed. So we can kind of piece together the process and look for the parallels in the prosperity situation.
The only thing I know about the ritual is that Jordan bragged a bunch that ritual would need more cash than essence. Unfortunately, I didn't get in enough with either one of them before they got spooked. They were really tight-lipped. They were cool enough for me to show people around town and help hook up other prosperity mages with hotel rooms and entertainment and things like that, but they were super tight-lipped about whatever they were up to. I guess, based on this awakening thing, for good reason.
How'd your cover get blown?
How every undercover gets blown. I asked too many questions. Honestly, I panicked. I overheard Paula and Jordan talking about recruiting teenagers. I thought about you, and then I got overzealous asking questions, spooked one of them, and they lured me downstairs in the casino. I mean, I was hanging out in the casino, pretty much living there, and that's when they trapped me in that ritual. With the idea that they just had me generating essence, gambling in that ritual, that they were just collecting to use.
I mean, thankfully, that's all they did was they trapped you for essence. They didn't just take you out back and whack you or something.
Well, my cover was good enough that no one thought I was a Veil agent. Just asked one too many questions. Like I said, these guys are organized. I've dealt with a lot of prosperity mages, and most of these guys are just jerks with a little bit of power and a lot of temptation. This is not the case with these guys. These dragon guys, they're serious. They arrived with a plan, and they've never deviated from what they've been doing. They don't overindulge. They don't overspend. They're careful. They keep their rituals tight. They use regular finances to keep their money floating. They stayed purposely under the radar and pretty well hidden.
With any luck, we'll figure this whole thing out. We'll blow up their friggin' ritual, and the Veil can take them into custody, and problem solved, and we can all go on with our lives. Because this is some wild shit for a kid.
I'm so sorry. It was not supposed to be like that.
No, it's not your fault, but it's like...
We were going to fix your memories. You were going to integrate back into school after a summer of private lessons and have like a really easy transition into magical society. I am so sorry that I basically blew all that up.
Crash course.
I'm also grateful that you are the mage that you are. Like, you found and rescued me.
Well, like I told everybody else, once I knew where you were, there was no way in hell I wasn't going to try and get you out.
I appreciate it. And your friends.
Yeah, me and the Action Squad, we stepped up.
Action Squad, go!
Action Squad?
Sorry, it got in my head this morning, and now I can't stop using
cool.
it. No,
like
most
it.
people think it sucks. But
well, most people are wrong. Action Squad's cool. That's a cool name. I would use that name.
We took action, so it fit. Anyhow,
Action Squad.
Action Squad.
I like it.
I think I may have offended some of the junior guardians with it, but...
Well, whatever. You're the Action Squad. They're just jealous.
You need rest.
Have a half a sandwich. I'll take a nap afterwards.
I will have a half a sandwich. Like, what do you want to know? Like, you've been out of it for a long time. Like, what do you want to know about sports? You want to know about current events? What do you want to...
I'll catch up on all that stuff later. Stay with me for a little bit. Tell me what it was like after you got the axe. That's what I want to hear. Tell me what it was like finding out you were magical, and tell me about your friends. Like,
scary as hell, but it's amazing.
Wednesday.
He takes Bo and we'll go meet with Miss Cortez.
Okay.
We'll tell her we've recently got some information that one of the people in the prosperity cult was looking to purchase real estate downtown.
Okay.
We know that it has something to do with financial institutions. So where can we go to look up information on major real estate holdings what's for sale, what's been sold, that sort of thing in the area. There's got to be some record for that.
All those sales are public. So City Hall, and it's not the first time that we've had class projects for doing research for various things. So let me call down to City Hall. They can give you some information to start sifting through.
Okay.
Why don't you guys head on down? I'll make a call, and we'll just tell them it's a class project that you're looking at, real estate purchases for a business class. Can you handle the rest of that?
Yeah.
So yeah, Ms. Cortez makes a call as a school teacher to the City Hall. They can produce for you some records. It's whatever is in the public record. So it can't be any of like the nitty gritty contracts or anything like that, but whatever's in the public record is available for you to look at. They actually sit you guys down. It's not a printout or anything. They just sit you down at a computer. This nice man types in a little query. Up comes like a screen of hyperlinks, and you can just start clicking and reading the public records of all these different places that have been publicly sold. Sound good?
Sure.
Okay. Gonna have to just do some brain work on this to kind of tie it to something useful.
Again, that's going to be school because it's fairly mundane.
Yep.
I've got Bo helping me.
Yep.
We have the D8 from the clue. This is going to probably be geek, I'm going to guess. This is research, which is my low stat, which is a D6. And then distinctions for variety. I'll say my name. I'll use my family's name to kind of get me access to some other questions and things. My dad also is fairly influential. So I have 3D8, a D10, and a D6.
It's going to probably be a good one for you. I have a 5.
Again, I have no ones. I can get a 12 right off the bat with that, with a D10 effect die.
Yeah.
That's a super success.
That's a super success. That's 2 successes, no beats. So here's what happens. You guys start pouring through these records. And at first, it's pretty easy. Because if it's not financial based, you can kind of toss them to the side and things like that. Eventually, the one that catches your eye is a small real estate purchase of a leased space. The location is M&T Bank. More specifically,
it's the Gold Dome building.
I knew that's what it was going to be.
Yeah, there you go. Would you like to inform listeners what the Gold Dome building is?
The Gold Dome building is a kind of architectural classic building right in downtown Buffalo. It's right pretty much near the main intersection. It's right near where they call MMPlays. And it is a old bank with a big golden dome with gold leaf on top of it. It was originally called Gold Dome Bank, and then it's been purchased by a couple different banks over the years.
It's actually originally called the Buffalo Savings Bank in 1901.
I will put a picture of that in the post that goes along with this on the website, on the polygamero.us website.
Yeah, there we go.
Pretty building.
There is office space just under the dome. Not under the dome, but like the dome comes up. There is like office space like right around where the lip of the dome is that's like above the bank. You're like, that's the location. So you now know. You guys look at it and you're like, that's got to be it. It's historically tied to prosperity. It's been around forever. It's been anchored in prosperity. You have the location. Silas.
We've done the research. We were there all night. Me and Mesame are sitting, trying to figure out what our next step is. So what do you think? We go talk to some mages, take our information to them, see what they think. We can maybe mull it over with some other people.
Yeah.
I mean, T's really good at rituals. We could go talk to him.
Think T knows how to conjure an elemental?
I mean, we can show him the stuff that we got together and put our heads together.
Or we could talk to somebody who was there.
Who was there?
My mom.
Yeah, let's go talk to your mom. That seems like a terrible idea.
Dun, dun, dun.
We go to Mesame's house with Urlis.
Having lunch.
Eating whatever we're having for lunch. Probably some sort of chilled salad.
Chilled salad. She eats sometimes warm food.
Sometimes. She's got to be on brand.
Yes. But, I mean, the fork's chilled, of course. Like,
yeah.
Yes. You're sitting in the dining room, which is like marble white. It's ridiculously bright. And it's chilly in here, even though it's already spring. As you guys are eating, Urlis finishes taking a bite and says, "So, I hear you want to talk about forbidden magics and history. I love these topics."
Yeah. I spread out all of our research on the table.
Oh, well, here, let me, she like helps move some stuff aside. You seem to have a lot of paperwork.
This is what we figured out about the electricity elemental and the internet elemental and how they came to be.
Yeah.
And we assume the prosperity mages will do something similar.
I think that's a actually very astute observation.
So hopefully you can help us figure out how this all works together.
Yeah.
And what they might be doing and how we might be able to stop it, theoretically.
Well, now I'm incredibly interested. This is some pretty well put together research.
Thank you.
All right.
I'm very short with her, yet polite.
You still upset with her?
Yes, I'm still upset with her, but I won't say anything because I'm in her house and it's the right thing to do.
Yes, and she's, terrifying.
I'm not as worried about that, strangely enough. I mean, I am terrified of her.
Feeling bold now that you got the daughter free?
It's not about bold, right? It's about, I've always been terrified of her, but I've always stood up to her, so why would I stop now?
Sure.
All right, so Die, Urlis for Tavin.
Yep.
That's the relationship. We'll go with Geek. That's my D10.
Mm-hmm.
We will go with Mage because this is Forbidden Magics. Still in that Forbidden Magic space. Do we still have that resource of Forbidden Magics going on there? Didn't we create a D8 thing?
No, you are fatigued, though.
I am fatigued. That means you get that D8. Oh, that was the D8 Forbidden Magics was the difficulty.
Yeah, the difficulty.
We do know that the ritual needs more cash than essence, though. That's another D8, which is useful. And then my my aspect that I will use... My distinction that I will use is I am learned because I was talentless.
Sure.
Which is another D8. So that's 5 dice right there.
Okay. It's a 10.
That's not so bad.
10 no ones.
I spent a plot point to add in another D8, which gives me a 15, so that I get the better success. I also did roll 2 ones, though, which you can buy if you would like to.
Yes, I would.
Boy, do I want some sort of terrible situation to occur with Urlis right here.
If I can take a little license here, I think the flame part of you flares up a little as you're getting excited trying to explain all this. You're tired, you're cranky.
Yeah, sure.
An aspect of flame in this house would be rude.
So, Miss Fritavin, we have this right here, which I believe well, sorry about that.
There's this, stare. Mesame also stares back at her mom it's cool.
Okay.
You might want to take a deep breath and not manifest any more fire in my house, young man.
I agree. I apologize.
These are very tense times.
It's okay. It's all right. Everybody be cool. Literally be cool.
I think I'm going to go.
Don't you want the answer to your problem?
I think you and Mesame can figure it out and she can let me know. I don't think it's wise for me to stay here.
She nods. Sometimes knowing when to leave a party is the best gift one can give a host.
You have a lovely rest of your day.
You as well. You can push any part of that onto Mesame that you want, or just eat those.
I'm just eating it.
Okay. She can clearly feel it. She stands up and comes to you at the doorway. It's okay. Go ahead and clear your head. I'll talk to my mom. I'll come over and tell you what she told me.
Thanks. Appreciate that.
Okay. You all right?
No.
Do you want me to take some of this?
No, it's fine. I will go deal with it.
How about your fatigue? I can go take a nap.
Okay, sure.
She puts her hands on your cheeks. She gives you a kiss, and you are no longer fatigued, D8, but Mesame is.
Mm-hmm.
She kisses you, and then she yawns. Okay, I got Mom. You go clear your head. Text me where you are. I'll come find you.
Sounds good.
Where do you go?
Home to the gym.
Work it out.
Okay. Having spent the evening with your dad, you get up in the morning. Your mom's already downstairs working. Where do you head off to?
School is not on the table because we have work to do and we've already arranged all of that. So, rendezvous with the Junior Guardians.
Okay.
Still haven't heard back from the Elementals yet.
Yeah, I mean, the Elementals have, your one success means the Elementals have ruled out some places. They're definitely not here. They're definitely that kind of thing. You can continue that ritual with another roll to see if you can't commune a little with the air elementals and steer them around, or you can pick a completely different tact.
No, we'll try and feed that.
Okay.
All right, so 10 for the geek, and 8 for the mage, and 8 for Leaf in the Wind, and we still count Kazafel's input.
No, at this point,
that part's been taken care of.
Kazafel was your...
Yep, he was our bridge to the...
Yeah.
Okay. Can I get something from the rest of the Junior Guardians?
Yeah, you can. There's another Guardian can help, so pick up a D8.
This is a good rule, having just other characters be D8 assets
that
can be used once a game or whatever.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go with that. That's 3 D8s and a 10.
You've got other Guardians with you. One of them joins in to help funnel some essence in this ritual. That's not terrible. I got an 11.
11, okay. Freaking 1. But 8 and 5 is 13.
Beats my 11.
Beats your 11, and I can't get the super success, so we'll have to go with 1.
Take a tick.
Ticky.
It's still just Wednesday. Pick up a success. At this point now, the air elementals are sure that they are not downtown.
That was cool, and like I like the role and everything. Like, what's the fiction that surrounds that role? Like, what's the story that goes along with it? To me, that's important about the game.
So I think you were communing and guiding with the spirits, right?
Yeah. We give them more Gabby and Jesse. Like, we find some more pictures, and we use the imagery when we funnel our thoughts and processes in.
Maybe you went to their parents' houses and got some stuff.
Yeah.
Their lockers for
Sure,
sure.
their
we
lockers,
go to their lockers.
contents like
Yeah.
books, little charm bracelets or whatever.
Because that's easy. That's easy.
Yeah.
That's easy to take at this point.
Yeah, we basically build up a new pool of more stuff for them, and we use that to channel into the communication with the air elementals to be like, here's some more to help you in your search. And
The air elementals like hold the stuff and like juggle it around, like sniff it.
What they do is they sweep over all the items and actually sweep off essence, pheromones, things like that.
That's cool.
yeah,
And then they use that, like they travel. And so by afternoon, they come back to you. We haven't found them, but we know they're not downtown. We have moved all through downtown.
interesting.
Not at the M&T building, huh?
No.
And downtown seems to be where the action's going to happen.
We're like missing a tick on that to figure that out, right?
You got a couple ticks left on that one. That is, by the way, just mechanically, that is the hardest one.
Sure.
They've gone to some lengths to stay hidden.
Okay.
But you're only midday Wednesdays, and now the other 2 pieces are complete. You guys can actually funnel a lot of effort into taking that on.
We'll all rendezvous. We'll share notes.
And we will pick up next time there.
Yep.
Cool.
Let's do stars and wishes.
Absolutely. Action.
Action squad.
That was funny.
Action Squad, go!
I enjoyed those conversations.
Action Squad, yes.
It was fun to hang with the Junior Guardians again.
Yes, I thought that was great. I like
yeah, it
being
was
able
good to see
pick
some of those people.
I promise you there'll be a even bigger version of that as we get to the Awakening.
Look, man, I pulled up the NPC list that the folks created, and I just started picking characters and like looking at stuff and talking like them.
I had a few more characters onto the list because I'd finally got some names on things.
Good job. I thought Jerry for jumping into playing Mesame. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
I like when other people play other characters because I'm like, I can't play all these.
No, that's fine.
I like that you walked out from from Urlis.
I love that.
I mean, like you were ready to get the like final clue of that piece, but you were like, I can't be here.
No,
I was great. That piece, I like that is just not resolved between the two of you.
I do like that conflict between Urlis and Silas.
Of course. I mean, I solved my one conflict, so I have to have something else. So.
Yeah.
I mean, it's legit. It's a legit beef.
Yeah.
Against an immovable force.
Yeah.
Organic that came out of the play of the game.
Yep. I always like interacting with T's family. That was fun. You know, kids are coming around the corner and putting in their 2 cents, like, go to bed.
We got to get you over there at some point.
I did enjoy Gunny talking to his dad. I wish it wasn't a 22-minute scene.
Yeah, I apologize for that.
We both let that go too long.
If I had a wish for that, either that there was some sort of way to intercut between that, or that it cut out some of the stuff that was a cool conversation for Gunny and his dad to have, but does nothing. Yeah. I know this is an actual play. It has nothing for the audience.
If you would like and want to take a cut to it and just release a chunk of it or an uncut version of it to the patrons, you could feel free to chop down some of that conversation and tighten it up.
I'm going to try. That's the problem. If you all notice, like, not anybody that's listening to this saw me, but I had my eyes closed and I was listening really intensely to try to figure out what I could keep and what I could get rid of. That's what I was doing.
Yeah.
I was like, come on, man. Like, a lot of this stuff is good, and it was one of those scenes where I'm like, this is too long. The pace is all messed up. There's a lot of good stuff here, but I don't know what I can cut and how I can speed it up.
Yeah.
Because that scene had the reunion, talking about what happened with Gunny's dad, also good.
Mm-hmm.
Then information that came out from that because of what happened, also good. And then a bit about Gunny and his dad just like hanging out, also good. Like, those are all good story beats that I wish took half the time.
I got wrapped up in the moment.
Could have been multiple scenes, yeah.
In retrospect, I think my mistake with that scene was putting it on Tuesday night. I should have put it Tuesday morning. You could have done that. I would have
cut back and forth in between them. Jerry, I thought you did a great job of doing a lot with the not a lot of time that you had on screen. Yeah, I thought I thought you were really good today. I appreciate that everybody, like, there was a kind of a weird lull at the beginning, which was a thing, and then I was like, let's just redo that one take on that scene with Miss Cortez, and then everybody fell much better into flow.
Yeah, it was actually good. When you told me what direction you wanted, you were like, oh, she's never been wishy-washy. I'm like, cool, that's right, she's a teacher. Let me just... She's
always been competent, and anytime I've ever asked her for anything, she's always been, like, kind of on the ball.
Yeah.
And that's just the way that you've always presented her.
Yep.
Yeah, that was a good catch.
And I also like that you called out Archie, because Archie winds up becoming the hacker, and that's way too tempting.
Yeah, we don't.
I was okay that one time because I was like, well, I'll tell you a little something.
Well, we've already had the thing established where, like, we can use these characters like once a day.
Yeah.
For a D8, I'm like, you established that in a previous scene. That's or a previous session, so that's why I said it.
Yeah. I did like that you went to UB for the research. I actually liked even better that you switched instead of going back to the library, that you were like, we should go somewhere else.
Yes.
And talk to like a mage or something.
That is always the more interesting thing to do, if you can possibly pull it off.
When you said that, I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, right?
Oh, that's good. I know what to do with this.
Mm-hmm. Which I'm also, I got a star for Bob also for taking a lot of my suggestions, for being like, what does this look like? What is the fiction that follows from the role? Mm-hmm. Because to me, when we're playing a role-playing game, that's what I want to hear at the table, and two, if I'm listening to an actual play, it's definitely what I want to hear.
Yeah,
yeah, giving it more flavor and justification fills it out.
Yeah, yeah. Also, star for Phil from me anyway for the time track. I like that stuff in games. It's a game then, right? It's not just bullshit. Yeah. I love bullshit storytelling games. Don't get me wrong.
Sure,
I love playing For the Queen. I love playing like Blades in the Dark. I like playing Blades in the Dark too, but Swords Without Master. Mm-hmm. But I like when there's a game that we can interact with.
In the spirit of you, and I haven't told you, every one of those successes has a tangible component to the set piece.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah. In my notes, it says like, if they succeed, this is the bonuses they get. Mm-hmm. If they don't succeed, this is what will happen when we get to the ritual. None of these are for the sake of just doing them. Every one of them will turn up to give you something for the day of the awakening.
We've also almost universally slaughtered these rolls. Like, we're crushing them. Yeah. I think we've heroic succeeded 4 of the 6 rolls that we've made.
The hardest one is Gabby and Jesse, and now that you guys have murdered...
We're all now descending upon that one.
Correct. Now that you've murdered that one...
Yeah.
That means we can all help each other. It's
Exactly. Which was good, because, I mean, a couple failed rolls, and that track gets eaten up pretty quickly.
Yep.
I think it's an interesting set of mechanics. Does anybody else, before we move on to anything else, does anybody else have any stars? I said a bunch, that's why.
I think that pretty much covers most of it.
I mean, I always like you guys just being you guys.
Yeah.
The text chat thing was fun.
That was.
I love bringing up the idea of, like, people think about stuff like this game. One of the themes is like positive relationships. Mm-hmm. We have a lot of positive relationships.
Yes, we do.
Especially between people in like romantic relationships and between siblings and their parents. Mm-hmm. That's a lot of what this game has been about.
And that's funny because I think that's part of why the Casey relationship didn't work, because that wasn't a very positive relationship. There was a lot of sarcasm and stuff like that in that relationship.
Yeah, you said you were a rebel. I was giving you a rebel.
He's not wrong. He was putting a character that was the to mesh with your character concept. So I mean, that's fine. You didn't. T ends up not being a rebel anyway,
which is okay because you're not, and then you did actually get a better fit the second time around. And
we learned that T over the course of this game, even though he said he was a rebel to begin with, actually wasn't. Like that's a personal perception thing that kids a lot of times have.
Sure.
That then they realize that that's not what they are.
That was the whole point of him talking to his parents today about seeing an actual
really good scene. I'm like, oh, that's one of the more good developy T scenes that we've had in the game.
That's the piece I will under wishes. I will want to see that when we get to the epilogue.
I didn't want to eat up time with that today.
No. I would like to see that. I very specifically saw that.
Yeah. We should totally have a beach episode when we're on vacation.
Oh, definitely.
Some magical problem occurs after we're having a good time.
And then you guys are like, no, just call the veil. Let the adults take it.
I got a wish.
Yeah.
Once we find out all the answers, I would really like to see that the veil finds the mole in their midst. Mm-hmm. If that's a thing that can happen. Because there's a mole in their midst, which is why we're doing so much work. So, I mean, if that's not part of the actual story, I just like to see the veil be competent.
Oh, sure.
Right, like, that's my angle on that. Like, I would like them to actually do something and be useful.
Yes.
Yeah, there's a reason why they're using us.
Yeah, I'd forgotten that for half a second until I remembered in the middle of the game. I'm like, why the hell are we doing this? Aren't they? I'm like, oh, that's right, there's a mole. There's potentially a mole, which is why we have to do this. Otherwise, they're compromised on the inside. I would like that mole to be sussed out in some way, shape, or form. So that's my wish.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Or at least the veil be actually useful. They raided the casino. That's good. We probably didn't even have to go in there, but it's good that we did. I assume you wanted us to go in there and save his dad.
Of course I did. But of course the adults are like, why would you have done that?
And thank you for making it somebody leasing empty space in M&T Bank and not just, M&T Bank are the bad guys.
No.
Because when you're like, and they shut down the whole casino, I'm like, oh.
No. And I mean, the casino's going to open up. They just have to scrub out the prosperity mages. It's not that the casino is evil. It's just it's full of prosperity mages. That will also happen. Yeah. And I didn't want M&T to be the bad guy, but the Gold Dome was too easy.
I figured it was either going to be Gold Dome or it was going to be Harbor Center.
I wanted to go history because Buffalo history.
Yeah.
And that Gold Dome's pretty iconic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It is.
It's cool inside.
And it was once a bank that got shut down.
Mm-hmm.
It was, Gold Dome Bank was a thing. It was insolvent in the 70s, 80s, 90s, I think.
80s.
Yeah.
I think it was the 80s.
Something like that. I read a bunch of stuff on it, but the building, I found a couple web pages of the interior of the building. It is stunning. I have never been inside of it. It is
pretty.
I've
been in there. Jim works there.
It's one of our oldest customers. I've been in many times.
Jim works there, so I've been in there before.
Yeah.
I worked there for a while.
It's absolutely
too.
beautiful in there. I'm going to give myself a star for the fact that this shit goes all the way back to the Electro Mages.
Yeah.
From the beginning, this has been the main plot of the story. I like when we make history stuff and then tie that history stuff to actual game.
Sure.
You did a good job with that. I very much enjoyed this. Is the most satisfying role-playing game experience I've ever had.
Oh, I don't know if that's true, but
for me it is.
Okay, well, I'm not going to fight you on it. Don't get me wrong. I fucking love this.
It's a hell of a lot of fun.
This character is my favorite character I've ever played.
I do love Silas.
And I know Gunny didn't mean it this way, but the other thing was the conversation with your dad, when your dad's like, oh, after all this, I thought I'd have to teach you how to drive and buy you condoms.
That was funny.
And then you said to him, well, I don't know how to drive yet. And that's all you said.
I didn't mention anything about condoms.
I didn't even catch that.
No, I didn't catch it either.
I didn't, yeah, you're exactly right. It came off like that, but I didn't intend it to be.
That's why I realized going to me, I'm like, that's brilliant. That's funny.
This is funny. Good stuff.
He did panic when you said, I've cast some prosperity magic. And he's like, fuck.
There's also a good beat in that conversation.
It's easy.
It's the problem with that conversation. It's a good conversation. It's just 25
lots of good
minutes
stuff.
long.
It's just too long, yeah.
It is the place where I'm not as good of a AP GM as just a GM. We could have just taken breaks, or somebody could have just butted in if we were just doing this at the table.
Sure, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's still your first AP. It's still the first AP you've really.
It is technically my first AP until you drag me back for college years.
Beach episode.
Yeah.
Guess I'm doing a beach episode.
That'll be later.
Yeah.
That'll be.
You'll find a tiki.
That's fine.
That's a Brady Bunch reference.
Don't bring that shit
That's
home.
unfortunate.
By the way, I thought about this. We kind of solved this whole thing that you were talking about with your dad, where like, oh my God, Kazafel is kind of interested in Mom.
That was funny too.
And we're not really, obviously he wouldn't stick around long and all that. The three of them could just go on a date together.
I mean, yes.
Kazafel would be 100% down with that.
Kazafel would be down with that. Don't know if Dad would.
Don't know if you want to know if your dad's going to be.
Dad's been out of the loop for 5 years, so he might pick up a few pointers. It'd be perfect for everybody.
I mean, yeah, I guess if he hasn't been,
Kazafel. I think Kazafel already mentioned that he had a couple he was going on a date with.
Yes, he did.
Yes,
he did.
Absolutely did.
Yeah, that's why
twice.
I did that cut over. Is like, you're about to have the best night of your lives.
Yeah, Kazafel's interested in your mom as much as she was breathing.
Yeah.
You're 100% right about the AP thing too, because we could break that up by just being ridiculous.
Yeah.
But we're not breaking that up when it's getting recorded and it has to be for another audience.
Exactly.
We play very, very specifically when we're recording for the AP.
I also don't like to break that stuff up anyway, because I actually like playing games like this. Like, this is my favorite way to play a game.
Well, and our goal was always not to produce a straight 100% entertainment AP. It was to actually show people us playing at the table.
We're playing the game.
Yeah.
So we did, and that also includes sometimes making mistakes.
Yeah.
Another star for everybody. We were really good this week about what dice we were using, how many dice we were rolling.
Yeah.
There have been times in the past, but it's been, I put together my dice pool and I roll instead of walking people through the mechanics.
You guys all did a really
and
good job.
I think that's always important with an AP is to still, even though we're on week 8 or whatever this is, it's still
way longer than that, friend.
Yeah.
We've been playing this game for over a year.
But I think it's important for the listeners to constantly hear the quick breakdown of what the mechanics are.
Yeah, man, we model the mechanics very well today.
Yeah.
I agree with you 100%.
Yep. I really thought that was good.
I agree.
Because that's a pet peeve of mine with other APs I listen to sometimes, where they don't tell you.
Depends on
what
what the focus of the AP is.
Exactly.
I've listened to so many of them now. Like some of them are about like entertainment and comedy and whatnot.
Yeah,
and
some of them strip out so much of the.
Because it's not. They're actually just. It's a fun, long improv storytelling exercise.
Yes,
sure.
Which I'm interested in those kind of APs too. That's not what this is.
No.
Yeah. No, I think that's important to do that, and it's easy to do it quickly. I mean, it's
because if this was about storytelling and like entertainment, I would have been like, Phil, stop it. You sound like you're way too happy and alive when you're talking as his dad.
Yeah.
Because he's supposed to be tired.
Yeah, he's supposed to be,
But then I would have to ask you to affect a voice and things like that. And I know that's not what you do.
So it's not always my thing. Sometimes, not always.
Also, he was tired and you guys talked for 25 minutes.
I mean, he was excited. He hadn't seen his son.
It's true.
He was pretty emotional.
He was.
It was an emotional scene.
Oh, I definitely want to see. I
have so many thoughts about that scene.
We have to see the scene where, at some point, where Gunny's dad comes home.
Yeah, right. That's a wish.
I mean,
epilogue.
There's some shit that's going to have to happen.
Sure.
Yeah.
That's going to be interesting.
Yeah.
Here's this candle.
There's barely anything about this game where we've made even small mistakes. So it's interesting to see something that we can actually talk about. Usually we're talking about like how good all of the stuff that we've been putting together is. And it wasn't bad either. It was just wrong for the format.
No, but it was also a spotlight management issue.
Sure.
It really would have worked better as Tuesday morning.
Yeah, I'm with you. That actually solves all the problems.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because then you have more freedom to
I don't know why when I wrote it, I had it stuck in my head it was Tuesday night.
It's not a big deal.
I just, I jammed it in there and I was like, oh, this is Tuesday night. And in retrospect, if I had plotted through it more, it would have been much better for that Tuesday morning slot.
Another star, I like the fact that Kazafel is...
I love Kaz.
Is past the exasperated at being summoned by Gunny. And it's now like, hey, Gunny, like, okay, I'm here. What do you need? We're going to have a cost for this. But he wasn't like, oh, God, I was in the middle of something else. It's like, okay, what are we going to do next? He's now a friend.
Well, you summoned him by just politely saying his name. When Jurgen did it, he compelled him with a spell, which was quite rude. But Jurgen was, of course, in distress.
But my favorite part of that was when he landed and he's like, hey, is your friend Silas around?
Yeah. That guy's got some beef with me. I also like when all the junior guardians are like, ooh, and he's like, whoa, back up, children.
Yeah. Just come talk to me when you're of age.
Just throws away Dantella's card.
As fast as possible, like, little breeze of air just carried that thing off.
That's bad.
Yeah, no, Kazfel's many things. That is not one of them.
Yeah, that's fair. Not. That should be that's 100% the way it should be.
That's because Kazafel's a good guy.
Yes. Yeah, just fuckboy. Eternal fuckboy.
Eternal fuckboy.
Should be a t-shirt.
With an angel on it.
Kazafel would wear that t-shirt.
Yeah, he would.
He'd 100% wear black t-shirt with some sort of weird distressed, like, white lettering, like
just with a pair of angel wings below it.
Yeah.
On the top
wings
of it.
Or something. Yeah, absolutely.
That's pretty good.
I come in peace. Is your name Peace? Anyway.
Whoa. I think that signals the end of the show.
Goodbye, everybody. Have a wonderful evening, and we'll see you soon.
Closing us out.
Thank you.
Thank you for listening to Misdirect Mark Plays. Now let's do some Patreon shoutouts before we get out of here. Let's start with the Royal Court. First off is Tiffany Reynolds, the untitled Tiffany Reynolds, the Polish Ogre, our very own Polish Ogre, Lars Henrik Evjan, the Lord Out of Time, Jim Likes Games, the Royal Merchant Emeritus, Chromatic Chameleon, the Queen's Spy Mistress, J.T. Evans, the Queen's Librarian, Schmitty, the Keeper of the Labyrinth, Andrew Dacey, the Warden of Whiskies, that's a good one, John Carney, the Court Necromancer, bringing back those dead people, Tiberius Starcrash Smith, the Baron of Britannia, maybe he's friends with the Green Knight. Then there's Eric Bonds, the Weregator, and Kevin Lovecraft, the Royal Beard. Now there's some other patrons that I want to mention right here. The Deliberator belongs to an Elite Order, a hallowed subcategory. Bridget, Athelus, Not That Billy Mitchell, Fiona, Kathleen Halperin, Christopher Gamelk, Michael Esperum, Joseph Noel, Carlos, Hep Dilemma, Michael Draper, Cubano, Alice Kira, Jim Fitzpatrick, Brantley Harris, Steve Radabaugh, Richard Wyatt, Joseph Peralta, Brian Kurtz, Jared Rasher, Eileen Barnes, Brandon Barnes, Lee S., Tentacle Duck, Aaron Lakowski, Brendan Dennis, Padme's Lover, Ninjabi, Andy Olson, David Walker, and Victor Wyatt. Thank you so much for being our patrons. If you'd like more content like this, check out polygamero.us. We are the Polygamers Podcast Network, where we help you play your best games. If you are interested in supporting this show and other shows on the Polygamers Podcast Network, you can go to our Patreon at patreon.com/MMP. If that's not your thing, we'd still love your support by listening. We have Pandas Talking Games with Phil and Senna. It is car talk for your game. Ask them questions and they will answer them. There's the Gnomecast, gnomes giving their best GMing advice to help you play your best games, and they're also trying to avoid being thrown in the stew pot. Don't worry, if they die, we have clones of those who've passed away. Lastly, there's Thaco with Advantage with Ange and Jared. They talk about D&D topics while covering the history of the game and how it's evolved through the years. With that, Misdirected Mark Plays is a Polygamers podcast production, where we help you play your best games. Mic drop. We out.